One of the most explosive Penn State players in recent memory, Derrick Williams. He was a first-team All-Big Ten pick in 2008, part of the last Penn State team to go to the Rose Bowl, and now part of the Penn State radio network. He does the sidelines on the games along with Steve Jones and Jack Ham. He joins us now on the phone. Derrick, I'm interested. You've had a first-row seat here. I mean, you're standing right there. You watch the whole game unfold in front of you. In your mind, how did this happen? How did this Penn State team take seemingly this quantum leap this year?
I'll tell you this. I think the biggest thing that went on this year was those guys started believing in each other, and that confidence level went up from 5 to 50 really, really quick. And those guys really decided and got together as a group and said, hey, we're better than this, and we're going to show the world that we're a great team. And with the coaches and with the fans that were behind them, you know, I think that it was destined to happen there. Had some great leadership on that team this year. And, you know, very, very excited for these guys to experience that Rose Bowl game. That was my last game when I played with Penn State. And, you know, it's such a joy of just being an alumni to see the program getting back on its feet and really taking off with it.
You mentioned that Rose Bowl game and the fact that you were able to play in it. For those who haven't had that opportunity, what makes the Rose Bowl so special?
Well, my recent history as far as this, when I was young, I was always the granddaddy of the ball. It was the best thing that you can go. It was the parade. It was just the atmosphere. It was being out in California. It was it was everything about it, the way that they hosted the teams and everything. It was, you know, just the best bowl that you could even imagine. Now, what I do say, I really think that, I really think that, you know, the guys are very excited about the bowl game. But to me personally, I think those guys should have got a shot also to go to the playoffs as well over a team like Ohio State that they beat head-to-head and, you know, and won the Big Ten with.
Yeah, that being said, the fact that going to the Rose Bowl comes with the knowledge that maybe you could have had a chance to play for a national championship, how have the players and the people around the team responded to the last, 5 days or so when they had that ultimate high of winning the Big Ten championship game and then maybe a twinge of disappointment of not making the playoff?
You know, I think everybody's very excited. I don't think anybody, and this was me too, I thought that we were a year away from being a really great team. I don't think anybody, I think this year we've exceeded anybody's expectations. And I think that the Rose Bowl, it's not like, oh, it's a second, like it's a hand-me-down from being in the playoffs. These guys, the coaches and everybody are excited. Just me personally, when I'm looking at everything, yeah, I just don't understand the decision of putting someone that you beat head-to-head and you won the Big Ten and you have, beat teams that had a tough schedule as well.
What's amazing, Derrick, is that no one would have ever envisioned this at the beginning of the year, and it sounds like yourself included, saying they were a year away in your mind coming in, and yet they have improved so dramatically, offensively in particular, because I know that was the side of the ball you played on. Where have you seen the biggest improvement?
I would say Trace. I would say after that Michigan game, and I was there, he called the team in. He said, hey, guys, this is not us. This is not me. He said, you know, I love each and every one of you guys here, but we're a lot better than this. And then you can just see from that game how he just started maturing as a leader. And then you could see the guys, like, believing in him, and that just opened up the plays there. Everyone knows how great of an athlete Saquon is, and it's just, you know, once Trey started getting more comfortable in that option read that they were doing, you know, I think it opened up more for Saquon, and then it made more plays on the offense for everybody else around with just the threat of him running.
What do you think James Franklin's greatest strength is as a coach, Derrick?
That the kids love playing for him. If you see them after the game, if you see them doing practice and everything like that, the kids are having fun. So the best thing that any coach can do is make sure that this game that we fell in love with when we were 6, 5, that it still has that same, like, little kid attitude of, like, this is the best football, best team sport ever. This is where I have fun. This is where I relax. This is where anything goes wrong outside of the world. When I come into this locker room, I know that I have my brothers, and I know that this is going to be a good time.
What has this team, in your mind, meant to the Penn State community? I mean, you were there, you played for Joe Paterno. We all know how much support there is with this fan base. We know what a challenging last few years it's been. What does it mean to you and to all the fans, do you think, to see Penn State kind of back on this national stage in a really positive way?
You know, the other day I posted something on my social media, and I said, you know, everyone thought that our program was dead and they buried us, but they really didn't know that they were burying seeds there. And what's going on right now is just showing that, like, hey, you know, with the fans, with the way that Coach Franklin has recruited and everything like that, everything's coming back around. Everything's going back into us being a top-tier program. And that showed this year, and we're back on that national stage of being in the tops of any college program in football.
Former Penn State wide receiver Derrick Williams, now a member of the radio team on the Penn State Radio Network. Derrick, thanks so much for your insights. Really appreciate it, and look forward to watching the Nittany Lions play in Pasadena and hearing your sideline reports. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you.